Hello, Facebook world, friends out there. I told you guys that I would be coming live every day in this time just to help bring a lot of what I do with my private coaching clients and my mastermind and bringing some mindset things, bringing some love and light and positivity to you. So today we are going to be talking about how life is happening for you, not to you. And this little shift in perspective, this little shift in your interpretation of a situation, a challenge, anything that is in front of you can make a huge, massive difference in your experience of the thing. So life is really so much more about your interpretation of a situation than it is about the actual circumstances you find yourself in, the challenges that you're in, or what's in front of you. It's your interpretation of that thing, what you make it mean, that has the greatest impact on you. And so because we are in control of our thoughts, like we can't always control circumstances around us. In fact, rarely can we completely control the circumstances around us. We can be in total control of what we make it mean, our interpretation of it. So my name is Tally. If you don't know me, I am a professional life coach. I work with leaders to create lives of profound joy and impact in the world. So really pouring into them around the places of mindset, inner and spiritual healing and growth, life balance, things like that. And I figured since we are all at home and this is such a beautiful time to pour into our own personal development, I thought I'd go live and just give away some of the things that I'm working with some of my private clients around. So here you go. We're talking about how life is happening for you, not to you today, and how really asking the question, this is a way to shift it from being in the experience of, oh my gosh, all of this is crazy and it's happening to me and there's nothing I can do and I feel completely out of control. Asking the question, how is this situation that I'm in a perfect opportunity to be able to receive, to be able to give, to be able to create something that I wouldn't have otherwise had the ability to do? And just getting your brain focused in that direction, asking yourself questions that push you into an interpretation that is positive is huge. So I have a dear friend, and often he'll use the phrase, I invite you to consider a more empowering interpretation. And I can hear his voice in my head sometimes when I'm getting negative or I'm getting overwhelmed or frustrated or feeling out of control, because we all have that. And especially in this time when circumstances are what they are, it can feel like things are happening to us. It can feel like we have very little control. And asking that question, how can I interpret this in a more empowering way? What is the opportunity in this? So when you get your brain going in a direction by asking it questions that are going to lead you into a positive place, that's super supportive for you. So what is the opportunity right now to get something that you couldn't have gotten in any other way? What's the opportunity right now to create something that you wouldn't have created without this challenge, without this circumstance? What is the opportunity to give something that you wouldn't have had the opportunity to give if it weren't for this? So just thinking through some examples, so many people are home right now. They're having to work from home. And so the opportunities there, what are those opportunities? Whether it's you have kids and you have more time with family, maybe it's that you can't work, you just have to be home. And what is it that you can lean into? What is it that you can grow into? What is it that you can pour into yourself? Maybe it's reading, maybe it's a project, maybe it's a skill you want to develop, maybe it's something in your business that you can develop. What are the gifts that are in front of you? It's interesting, before all of this hit, I was seeing a lot of people posting and then kind of reposting, if you had an extra hour in your day, what would you do with it? And there were lots of comments on things that people would do, whether it's reading or spending time with loved ones or getting a project done that they've been putting off and just not had the time to do, or an extra hour of sleep, self-care, things like that. So we now have many of us have this at least extra hour in our day to be able to do some of those things. So how do you want to learn, grow, develop something or a relationship? And then what is, if you are still working, it's interesting seeing some of the complaints. People that either are still working and are like, I want to be quarantined at home, I still have to go to work. But actually that's a beautiful blessing because you're still bringing in an income, you still have work. That's a gift. Or whether it's like, I'm stuck at home and I can't work, and the complaint about that, it's easy. Like, it's, our mind can naturally go into the place that has us in this place of victim, that has us in the place of things happening to us and feeling out of control. And it's a way that our brain, our ego, can have us in a place of not having to take responsibility. Because if we're a victim in something, then we get off the hook. Like, we let ourselves off of the hook by not really having to have the responsibility for whatever it is. But it's actually, even though there's some part of us that feels good to not have to be responsible, more of us, like the larger part of us, actually it's a very defeating place because it takes our power away. And when we get that we are 100% responsible for our results, and that everything in life, whatever it is happening for us, that there is a gift in every single thing that happens, no matter how tragic or traumatizing or stressful or defeating. Like, if we choose to interpret that there is a gift in everything, then we look for it. And when we look for it, then we will find it. So I just invite you to look for the gifts, and I encourage you to type in the comments. Hey, Judy, I invite you to type in the comments, how is this, what's going on right now, a beautiful gift for you? How is something about this situation happening for you? So when you look for it and you ask yourself that, and you get yourself steering into that direction, and you find gratitude, it actually is incredibly empowering. And when you choose to see that things are happening for you, and you have the responsibility in that situation for the results that you get, it's one of the most empowering ways to live life, because then you're not ever stuck. You're not ever stuck. You're not at the mercy of anything. Everything is a gift. And so type in the comments, how is this a perfect opportunity for you to give or receive or create something that you wouldn't otherwise have the opportunity to create or give or receive without this situation, without this beautiful challenge in your life. So feel free to share this with anyone you think that this would support, and let's all just find ways that we can bring our strengths on behalf of one another. If you're seeing this and you'd like to get the email, I'm going to be doing this every day. So if you want to send your email and make sure that you get the email notes on this and the replay in case you miss it, feel free to direct message me your email, and I'll make sure you get on that list. And have a beautiful, beautiful day.